Welcome to another heartwarming story right here on our channel. If you're ready for a tale that will leave you feeling both puzzled and inspired, stick around because today we've got something special. And, as always, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss out on the next episode. Imagine walking into a dark and quiet retail space, expecting to be greeted by security or staff, only to find no one around. But there she was, a heavily pregnant woman with eyes sunken in deep circles, dressed in pajamas yet somehow commanding attention through her sheer determination. Her hair was disheveled, drooping over her face as if gravity had taken on a new meaning that night. She wore fluffy pink slippers under the most badass leather jacket I've ever seen, chains hanging from every edge of it like armor for a warrior. Every step she took was slow and deliberate, yet there was an unmistakable determination in her movements. As she approached me at our newly opened department counter, my mind raced with questions. How did she even get into the store? And why wasn't anyone stopping her? "Hey," I said softly, trying to grasp what was happening. She looked up, a weak smile forming on her lips as she tried to catch her breath. "Excuse me," she whispered back. "I need medicine." The tone in her voice made my heart ache with curiosity and concern. As I stood there, stunned by the unexpected visitor who had somehow navigated through our security measures, she explained that she had been searching for hours at multiple petrol stations, only to be turned away again and again. "Can you imagine walking into a store late at night just to find out they're closed?" I asked, my voice filled with empathy. "And then being told there's nothing anyone can do?" As she tried to explain her situation, it became clear that this wasn't just any ordinary request. She had an infant child who desperately needed medicine, and every moment she spent searching was a moment more of worry. But here's the twist. Despite the late hour and the closed store, nobody turned her away. The night staff directed her to their team leader, all apologizing profusely, but promising to help if they could. When she reached us in the new department, my coworkers mentioned my admin card specifically, saying she would definitely get served. Why? Because we recognize that sometimes a person's desperation is enough of an explanation for breaking normal rules. And when it comes down to helping someone who needs it most, those rules often melt away into nothingness. So, as I processed the request and began ringing up her purchase, my coworkers chimed in with their own stories of how they would have helped her even if there was no admin card involved. They all agreed that seeing a person's desperation like this makes you want to do whatever it takes to help them out. As she left the store, clutching the medicine tightly against her body, I couldn't help but think about what it must feel like to be in such a position. To know that every moment without the needed medication could mean so much more than just discomfort. It was a stark reminder of how fortunate many of us are, and how even small acts of kindness can make an enormous difference. An elderly neighbor who watched over her sleeping toddler and sick infant while she searched for medicine that night. And then there was the taxi driver who refused to charge her a dime after spending hours driving around looking for what she needed. These are the moments that remind us why we do what we do, whether it's helping someone in need or standing by as they face their toughest challenges. Because sometimes, all it takes is one person stepping up and making a difference. So there you have it, a night filled with unexpected visitors, late night heroics, and acts of kindness that remind us why community matters so much. And if this story has touched your heart like it did mine, please share it with someone who could use a little reminder of the good in people today. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we've got plenty more stories lined up for you. Until next time, stay inspired and keep spreading kindness wherever you go.